In the middle of the 20th century, a clock could be admired for its craftsmanship, but it was still expected to lose time. That was the normal order of things, and few imagined it could be broken. In Japan, one company refused to accept that limit. In 1959, Seiko began a project that sounded impossible even to experts: shrink a quartz clock from the size of a massive cabinet into a watch for the wrist. At the time, the goal was almost absurd. Mechanical watches typically drifted by seconds each day, while the quartz idea aimed for accuracy within 5 seconds a month. It was not an improvement, it was a leap into another era. For 10 years, engineers worked through failures, redesigns, and doubts. They were not simply building a watch. They were trying to make time itself more precise, portable, and universal. The project demanded patience, stubbornness, and the belief that a better answer to an old problem might change the world. On December 25, 1969, that answer arrived. Seiko launched the world's first quartz wristwatch, the Seiko Quartz Astron 35SQ. Its price, 450,000 yen, made it a luxury no ordinary buyer would casually purchase. Yet its real value was larger than money. It was presented as the most accurate watch in the world, and its name, Astron, carried the spirit of the space age into the wristwatch market. The impact was immediate and far beyond Japan. Seiko did something surprising after creating its breakthrough. It opened key patents rather than locking them away. Instead of keeping quartz technology as an exclusive advantage, the company allowed other makers to build on it. That choice helped turn quartz from a rare invention into a worldwide standard. Japanese brands such as Citizen and Casio joined the rise, and Japan quickly became a global center of watchmaking. The old assumption that Europe, and especially Switzerland, would always define the future of horology suddenly looked fragile. Then came the shock that would reshape the industry. The Quartz Shock hit Swiss watchmaking with brutal force. Between the 1970s and 1980s, more than half of Swiss watch companies disappeared, and employment in the sector fell to around 1/3 of its former level. A centuries-old tradition had been pushed to the edge by a technology that was smaller, cheaper, and far more accurate. Yet the story did not end in collapse alone. Forced to reinvent itself, Switzerland changed its identity. It increasingly abandoned the idea of watches as mere instruments for measuring time and turned them into objects of art, heritage, and wealth. Brands like Rolex and Patek Philippe found new power in mechanical craftsmanship, exclusivity, and prestige. What began as a Japanese challenge to a cabinet-sized machine became a global turning point. In a single generation, quartz watches changed not only how people told time, but also how nations, industries, and traditions understood value. It was one of the greatest upsets in industrial history, a giant killing that rewrote the rules of the world clock.